Hi, everyone. Greg McMillan here from the iPhoneography Podcast. I just wanted to say a few words before this show to say that this isn't going to be an episode like we usually do. This is going to be a show that is more like a therapy session for me because I went through some difficult times in the last week here. We lost our little dog to an illness, and that affected me quite a bit. And if that wasn't enough, a few days later, we lost a family member as well. And it's just been a very bad week for me, and I almost didn't record this show, but I thought, why not just get on there and talk about whatever comes up, and it would be like a bit of a therapy session to get my mind off things. So Dave and I got together and we talked with Matt Hoffman about just whatever came to our minds. So it's a little different than what you're used to, but it turned out to be a little fun. Matt was in his car for the whole thing, and we had a good time driving around Columbus, Ohio with him, and even going through a drive-through, which you'll hear later. But I just wanted to say that, before you hear the episode and wonder what the heck is going on, that's why it is what it is. It's basically a show about nothing. I was going to call it the Seinfeld episode, but I didn't think that was fitting, really. So but it is a show about nothing, and I appreciate the time that Dave and Matt took to, just carry on with me and help me get my mind off things. So sit back and enjoy the ride with Matt, and we'll just see where this goes. Thanks for listening. Hello, everyone. My name is Greg McMillan. It's Monday, March 15th, 2021, and this is the iPhoneography Podcast. Alrighty then, this is going to be a little different show than what you're used to hearing, because it's just going to be a free-for-all. I am joined by my co-host, Dave Podner. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Greg.
And we have with us from a undisclosed location, Mr. Matt Hoffman. Hey, Matt.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Well, it's going. So we thought we'd just, hit the record button and just start talking about stuff, whatever comes to our heads here. And, we might try to keep it iPhone photography related, and we might not. We'll just play it by ear. Let's start off with you, Matt. What have you been up to lately?
Rather than tell people that, I think I'd rather explain my current situation, just in case there's any weird audio. So I'm sure that I probably don't sound like I'm talking into a regular microphone, and it is possible maybe you hear background noise of some sort. I'm in my car at the moment. And I am kind of aimlessly driving through sort of downtown Columbus, Ohio at the moment.
And it should be noted that the only reason you're doing this is to charge your phone.
Mostly, yes. But I do like this opportunity.
And he's hungry.
And I'm hungry. So, yes, I should note that I am currently on my way to Chick-fil-A. And it is in, I could see it. Oh, glorious Chick-fil-A. I should also note that I have already eaten dinner, but I'm hungry again. So I'm going to Chick-fil-A. It's just, it happens, man. I didn't eat lunch today. It was a very busy day. Had dinner. It was delicious. And and I was sitting in the hotel room, and my phone needs charged, and I thought, you know what? Charge my phone. I'll go to Chick-fil-A and get some food.
There you go. We don't have a Chick-fil-A up here, so I don't know what it's like. We have Popeyes.
It's not like Popeyes. I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't know. Do you have Wendy's? It's not even like Wendy's. It's just all right. It's maybe more like Wendy's in terms of like the chicken offerings, but definitely not like Popeyes.
Yeah.
But
okay.
people go bananas for it. I love their French fries more than anything.
Yeah. Wait, can I get a name for your order?
All right, I'm going to order right now.
Cool.
Hi there.
Hi, can I get a name for your order?
Yeah, it's Matt.
All right, Matt, what can I get for you?
I'll have a Chick-fil-A deluxe meal, please.
Ooh. Absolutely. And what's a drink?
Can I have a size large?
Absolutely. And what's a drink for you?
May I have a Sprite, please?
Absolutely.
Excellent choice.
That'll do.
Yeah. Any sauces or condiments?
One Chick-fil-A sauce, please.
Did that complete your order? It's going to be $8.25 at the window.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
But they going with the deluxe.
Yes.
Going special tonight with the deluxe.
Well, it just means it's got lettuce and tomato on it, basically.
So they
I
don't.
had to get Sprite because I don't want to have caffeine this late.
And they don't ask if you want to supersize it. I guess that's Rotten Ronnie's, isn't it?
Oh no, everyone has not supersized, but everyone has. I don't know if Chick-fil-A has small, medium, and large or not.
They do. I got a large.
Okay.
If you don't specify, they just assume you want like the medium
large
size, and that's what you get.
Oh yeah.
No, Chick-fil-A is generally a religion down here.
Really?
There's one in a parking lot. There's one in the mall by us in Monroeville. And of course, they're closed on Sundays, but every other day they have a special wrapping around the part. And this is a strip mall, but it's a kind of a largish strip mall. A special traffic pattern just for Chick-fil-A drive-through.
Oh, wow.
That because it was actually blocking traffic. And a lot of times you will drive by and you will see there's 20 cars, 30 cars deep in the Chick-fil-A drive-through.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's a freaking chicken sandwich. It's decent. I'll say this. It's a decent chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I had it more when I lived in North Carolina because they would, sweet tea.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much saying, here's a cup of sugar and a couple drops of water.
Yeah.
And some tea flavor.
Well, I made the mistake.
Here's your diabetes medication.
I made the mistake one time when I was in New Hampshire, about a dozen years ago or so. And we were on our way back to the airport to come home, and we stopped at some place. Oh, I forget where it was now. I just can't remember. But I asked for an iced tea. Now, up here in Canada, if you ask for an iced tea, it's sweet, it's cold, it may even be a little lemony, but it's delicious. When I got this iced tea, it was like somebody made a cup of tea and put it in the fridge. It was not sweet, and I was just. So now I know if I want an iced tea as I know it, I got to ask for a sweet tea.
Yeah. Well, so if you're in the north.
Oh yeah.
If you're in the south, you have to ask for unsweetened tea. But if you're in the north, because like when we go out, we get tea, and most of the time it's unsweetened.
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Most of the Chick-fil-A's around here are totally bananas, like kind of what you described, Greg, like a line wrapped around the building.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Except this one was
crazy.
good, I guess because it's 9:30 at night or whatever. So
That helps. That helps.
I kind of, I lucked out here. I just got right through.
Yeah, that's cool. So you guys did the time change on the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And the
when
two,
I was,
let's say, and the two clocks in the house that we actually had to manually adjust.
yeah, I still haven't done my vehicles yet. I did the stove.
Oh, yeah.
But I was talking to Shane Mostyn on the show yesterday, and he's in Victoria, Australia, and they didn't do the change. So he went from
That's because they did it like a week ago. They're so far ahead of us.
yeah,
They've already fallen back.
yeah, really. So instead
You
of
know
being,
what? I wonder if they do that because it's fall there.
No,
Yeah,
they
really?
they go in the same direction. They go in the same direction. Yeah.
Yeah, that would really screw things up.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So
I
he
think
went from
they're
6.
going to do it this weekend.
Eh?
I think they do it this weekend.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, the rest of the world.
Yeah, because they were 16 hours ahead, and then when I first started planning yesterday's show, and then by the time I was doing the show, he was only 15 hours ahead. So it was set up to go at 7 a.m. his time, and it would have been 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time, but then I realized, I have to wait another hour because the stupid time changed. I wish they would do away with it myself. It just
Yeah, it's dumb.
well,
They should keep it like the way it's set right now, so that it's lighter out longer
yes,
into the evening.
yes. Because in the fall, for probably the last 10 years, I was on the night shift when the clocks would go back. So I worked 12-hour shifts, and that made it a 13-hour shift. And I did that for probably over 10 years. Well, see, there was one point where we were getting away from it, and then it changed from, it was in October or whatever, then it changed to November and just screwed us all up again. And the shift that I'm on, we always had to do that long night. But this year I'm lucky.
And so you never get night shift when it's turn the clocks ahead, so you only have to work 11 hours?
I can't remember the last time that happened. But this fall coming up, I think I'm on the day shift, so I get an extra hour of sleep that night.
That works.
So we finally get away from it.
How do you know what you're doing 6 months from now at work? I barely know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Because my shift rotation is the same rotation every 28 days. So I could tell you 5 years from now what I'm working.
Wow.
So it's a little obnoxious, but it pays the bills. So you were going to rant?
Yeah, that's important.
Did you still want to do your rant?
Well, no. So at the time when I said that, first of all I was starving because I hadn't had lunch, and it was
you were hangry.
At that point in time it was like, and it was like normal dinner time, and I hadn't eaten lunch. I didn't have like a super fun day at work or anything either, and then I left this place I was working at all day to go to my hotel, and I didn't realize, like, kind of looking at maps last night, that the hotel that I booked was like in downtown Columbus. I do not like to stay like downtown in a city if I could help it. So I was kind of annoyed about that. And then as I was pulling into the garage, as I was pulling into the parking garage for the hotel, the check engine light on my car came on. So, yeah, it was a super fun late afternoon, early evening, and I was just not really all that impressed with life at that point in time. But I did manage to walk about a half mile to this restaurant and had some very delicious food, had a beer, and then on the way back, it was kind of like raining, sleeting. But I managed to find one of those like electric scooters that you could rent. That like some cities just kind of have them like out and about or whatever. So I rented this scooter. I like downloaded an app like right there on the sidewalk and rented this scooter and like rode it back to my hotel, and it was super fun.
Nice. You didn't look like the guys from Dumb and Dumber when you got back when they arrived in Aspen, did you? Like it wasn't cold?
No, not quite that bad.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it was cold, but it was fun. I thought about riding it like all over like downtown or whatever and maybe like doing some photography, but I wasn't sure like how long. It wasn't clear to me how long the rental was for. So I thought, well, I don't want to be like, like a mile away from the hotel and then the thing's like, sorry, time's up, and it just shuts down or something.
We have.
I don't really know how that works.
We have bicycle rentals in Pittsburgh like that, where you kind of download
those here too.
And that you get like a half an hour for so many dollars, and if you go longer, they just charge more.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Well, so I mean, you can prepay for an hour. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it again like the next time I'm here, which actually will be in 1 week. So.
Oh wow!
I will.
That is.
And maybe I'll try to. That's a lot of what?
That's a lot around Columbus. Having to go back that often. Well, once a week.
I mean, it's.
I know it's your work.
It's a big city, and I have a lot of business here, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
But it was fun. And then maybe next week it'll be nicer out, because it'd probably be better if it was like 60 degrees out and maybe sunny instead of sleeting and raining and trying to ride a scooter around.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that in this town. If you want to rent a bike, you just got to walk around downtown and look for one that's not tied up.
Greg, that's called stealing. That's not renting.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, we are very polite. We're very polite here in Canada. We would tie a $5 bill to the post that the bike was leaning against.
I'll have it back in half an hour.
Yeah.
Leave it with a little Tim Hortons on the side.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good idea.
And you guys don't have Tim Hortons in Pennsylvania, do you?
I think if you get near Erie.
Oh, okay.
But they
have them here in Ohio.
Yeah, they got them in Ohio. They don't have them down here. Even though the weird thing is, and they're starting to allow people to to go to hockey games again. There is a Tim Hortons kiosk inside the hockey arena.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, and I mean you can buy.
Well, that's not weird. That's not weird, because all the
Canadians,
like people that moved here from Canada for some reason will obviously be at the hockey game.
That's right.
Yeah, and also the official drink for the hockey team is Dr. Pepper.
I thought you were going to say maple syrup.
No, but it is weird. It is, if you think about compared Coke and Pepsi, you can get a Dr. Pepper and an RC Cola at the hockey arena.
A Dr. Pepper is kind of like a cherry flavored drink, right?
Yeah. It's
like cherry Coke, sort of.
A little. I always thought a little less out and out cherry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so like syrupy as Coke does, but
doesn't it have? Don't they advertise it's got something like 27 different flavors or something?
23, yeah.
23 flavors
23,
in it?
that's why, it's got the little 23 on the can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's actually, honestly, it's one of the few diet dark colas I like. I don't like Diet Pepsi, I don't like Diet Coke. Diet Dr. Pepper, though, I don't mind all the other diets I like are like the light, like the ginger ale, orange, that Sprite, 7-Up, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And of course, if I really want to go
So
old school, I went Tab now and then. But
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
So I just got back to my my hotel, and the scooter is still like across the street where I left it. I was thinking if we were doing a video podcast, I would go back out there and like rent it again and drive around like and shoot. if we were doing video.
Yes, that would be priceless.
We'll do that another time.
that's when you gotta get. That's why you gotta get the mount so you can put the camera right on your chest as you're driving around.
You know what? That would have to be a whole new podcast, like every couple weeks or something, like Matt's scooter tours of like some big city in Ohio.
Yeah. Yes, that would be good. That would be good. I would subscribe to that channel.
You know, I did see. I forget what store it was in, but it was basically a little harness that you put over your shoulder, you put over your neck, and you would put your phone so you could actually view from your perspective looking out.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
I mean, it didn't look
Did it, like,
overly
go around your chest too to like keep it from flopping around?
No, it was more. I think it was more supposed to be set up that if you were just kind of stationary, you wanted your point of view for filming, but you wanted both hands free, and you wanted it higher up though than like a tripod.
I see.
so it wouldn't work if you were to take it on a run.
Could. It could. I could put an extra strap around there to keep it stationary. The only problem would be just the battery drain, though,
Oh right.
for the length of the run.
Yeah. Well, for a little 5K, it might be all right.
Yeah, I mean would be my current state would be 35 minutes for a 5K.
Oh yeah.
Probably closer to 35. So yeah, I could probably do that. Just not a half.
Mm-hmm.
So the last half I ran was almost 3 hours. So
Yeah. So Matt, you've been doing some mountain biking.
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've been doing some. I went out yesterday. So, all right, I know I've been doing like a little bit here and there, but I feel like yesterday was actually my first proper mountain bike ride on my new bike that I got back in January.
So how far did you go?
So I recorded the ride with Strava,
Mm-hmm.
and Strava said it was just under 8 miles, but I think Strava is a liar because it felt like 30.
Yeah, I know what that's like. I used Strava before too, and just around I call it a small city. It's considered a city. It's got about 22,000 people, and I did about 10 miles one time. But yeah, it felt like more. I don't think it was more, but it did feel like more. And I need to get out more often, but
That has me considering now like getting a GoPro because I would like to record some of my rides, and I have like an old point of view camera. The brand is called Contour. I don't think they're around anymore. And the camera still works, but I don't really have like a good, it doesn't have stabilization or anything like that. So like I watch like tons of like mountain bike videos like on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, and they're all so smooth, and they're all shot with whatever the newer GoPros are, the Hero 8 or whatever. I think they're up to 9 now, aren't they? I don't know. I don't keep track of GoPro really, but in any case, like it just looks so good, and I'd like to be able to do that every once in a while. Like yesterday's ride would have been a cool one to to shoot video on because it has like some really neat features on it, like just these cool, scary bridge ramp things, and I don't know. It just would have been pretty cool to shoot video of.
You could always take the red-green approach. You guys
duct tape.
have heard of him, right? Duct tape a gimbal to your helmet.
So my old helmet, I had a mount for for that contour camera that was like basically 3M taped to the helmet. Like whatever that tape was, it wasn't coming off. And I threw that helmet away, so the mount went with it. So I have like another mount that can go on the handlebar or something like that. But just without stabilization, I don't think the video looked good. Like all the helmet video that I've shot on a mountain bike, like last year, it all looks like complete garbage.
Yeah, kind of like a hardcore Henry. You seen that movie?
No, I don't know that.
It's filmed in the first person. And
I think I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of a gory movie, really, but a lot of it's like a video game, a lot of violence and all this other stuff that's going on. But it's all first person view, and they put the camera in a position on the guy's body where when he put his arms out, you'd think he's actually from his eyes. I'm not sure where they had to position the cameras, but it was actually really well done, but hard to watch at times.
Huh. What's it called again?
Hardcore Henry.
Interesting. I'll look it up. So, I love I don't mind violence, but I have seen too much violence where I'm like, this is just too much and I can't watch this.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of like a Jason Bourne, like that's about the level of violence I like.
Yeah,
like
I like those
movie
movies.
kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but I've seen movies before. Like I saw this Jet Li movie one time. I forget what the heck it was called, Black Mask or something, and I could. There was no way I could not watch it. It was the most extreme violent thing, and for like. It just went on and on and on, and I was like, I need a break from this. This is like way too much. I can't do it.
Really.
Like a lot of times you think like, oh yeah, an action movie, like cool. I love fighting and explosions and stuff, but I don't know, man. There gets a point when it's just too much.
Yeah. So Dave just put a thing in our iMessage chat of a hands-free neck iPhone holder. Interesting.
Like I said, it doesn't have stabilization on it, but the one I also saw another one, and this is this to me is a cheat. So all it is a necklace, like a rope necklace with a real strong magnet at the square, like a big square magnet at the end. So you wear that underneath your shirt, and then you get another. And you get like if it's metal, you can just kind of put it on you, or attach a piece of metal to the back of your phone, or another magnet, another way to your phone, or through a case, and just boom. And then you look like you just have this phone hanging in the middle of your chest like Iron Man.
Yeah. I was going to say you could just leave the phone under your shirt. Then when your shirt lights up, then people might think you're Iron Man.
I saw a shirt like that once. That was a Halloween costume where it had a pocket where it was an Iron Man costume, and you just put the phone through the hole so you could actually see the thing glowing and coming out of it.
Oh, cool.
I'd go to the hardware store and buy like a puck light and put that in instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I'm stuffing my face here.
Oh no,
Oh, that's all right.
You got to eat that stuff when it's warm.
I got one more bite. One more bite, and I'm done.
Oh, yeah, be careful.
Yeah, we can't even hear you eating, really.
Yeah, I'm trying to be proper. Normally, I'm like rah rah rah, like Cookie Monster.
Oh, dude, I work with this guy who eats so fast. I don't know how. I don't know how he does it, and I don't know where he puts it. But he can eat like a submarine sandwich in probably 2 minutes. Like it's just ridiculous.
I could go up against him.
Really? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, probably.
Is that from being on the road?
I never back down from an opportunity to just be a complete pig. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know how I don't weigh like 500 pounds. Because I love to eat. And I can put it away.
Well, I mean, the one good thing is with your job, you're active enough that you're out and about.
No, it's not. My job does not help at all, actually.
Well,
no,
it's harder.
I do a lot of sitting.
Well, you
I'm
must have
constantly in the freaking car.
You must have a high metabolism.
Well, it could be higher because I'm starting to get a little fluffy again, I think.
I just blame that on COVID.
Well, no. So COVID had the opposite effect. Because I wasn't going out, for work and eating out. I was actually like eating really well at home. Eating good food, healthy food. Every meal, and I actually lost weight. Now I notice. I think I don't really weigh myself, but I could tell that I'm getting fatter a little bit.
Must say, I wish I could blame my gain on COVID, but I got it beforehand. At least I have
blame it on COVID.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I would believe you.
Before COVID hit, me and a couple of guys at work had a little bet, and the first one to lose 10% of their body weight was going to win $20 from the other two.
Okay.
And I was doing well. I did hit the mark. I didn't hit it first, so I didn't win the bet, but I did hit the mark. And then COVID hit, and everything went back the other way. And the older I get, the older I get, the more I think it's more fun to just enjoy eating and.
Yeah, I'm sure that I will eventually give in to that. But
you're just not there yet.
Right now, I have too many like active things that I like to do, so I need to still be like reasonably fit, I guess. And then my wife, oh my gosh, if I let myself get like fat right now, my wife will just, not purposely, but she will just from the way that she is right now. She's like super like health freak, like totally working out all the time and like tracks all her food and is real good about like not eating like bad stuff. And I mean, she spent, I'm sure she probably doesn't want me telling you guys like her whole life story on a podcast here, but very briefly, she spent probably most of her life being overweight, to some degree. And then, I don't know, a few years ago, she did Weight Watchers, just decided to try it out. And she had like really good success with it. And then I think like once she started losing some weight, she started feeling like she could be more active. And then it's just gotten to the point now where like she does CrossFit like several times a week, and she's like practically more muscular than I am. And she is hardcore. I mean, she's like, if you ever see like those infomercials for like any health product and it shows like these crazy body transformations, you know, and you always think like, yeah, right. Like literally my wife is one of those transformations.
Well, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm telling you all this, like being like crazy proud of her for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So does she go biking?
Not to the extreme that I do. But yeah, she'll like we go mountain biking together sometimes, and sometimes we even go as a family. There's some places with like some really easy trails that like even my son can do without dying and hurting himself.
Well, I was just wondering if you have to, kind of struggle to keep up to her.
Oh, no. No. I would say most outdoor activities, I'm still the man. But if we went into like a gym situation, well, first of all, I wouldn't even know what to do. She like has like she's got like a weight lifting coach, and she knows how to do all these I don't even know, just all these different like squats and deadlifts and all these different moves with a barbell and stuff. And we're starting to acquire various barbells at our house and other fitness equipment, which I use actually.
Do you have the Apple Fitness Plus?
Yeah, I do. I don't use it I don't use it regularly. Like I don't always want to do it when I do work out. Like sometimes I have like some other workouts I like to do that like I know they're intense and they only take me like 20 some minutes to do. And I just want to do that and be done. But every now and then, I don't know. I think for the price, it's worth having. So
yeah,
I still am subscribed to it. I do it honestly probably only several times a month. I'm not using it to its potential, but I have a rowing machine, so I do the rowing workouts a lot.
Oh yeah. I've done a couple of the cycling. Yeah, I've done a couple of the cycling ones on Apple Fitness Plus. We have a stationary bike downstairs, and what bugs me though is that the bikes that they're using, the pedal shaft or whatever it is, it's a lot shorter. And when he says, "Okay, keep up to my timing," I have to pedal. Basically, it seems like I'm pedaling a lot further to try to keep up to the speed or the rate that he's pedaling. And
yeah,
I just look at him and I say, "Okay, buddy, I'm going to do what I can. I might not match you stride for stride on this thing or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, it's pretty intense. It's really intense, and I need to do it more."
Yeah, I do the rowing. I've done a few yoga workouts recently, which I can't believe I did that, but I was having like some like neck and shoulder issues and thought maybe yoga would help. And sometimes I do like the mindful cool down stuff like after the workout.
And you find it helps?
That's pretty much what mindful cool down.
Yeah, like do you find even the yoga workouts and do you find you're benefiting from them at all?
I don't know. I'll have to do more, and let you know, like in a
because I've seen them on there.
Or something.
Yeah, I've seen them on there, and I thought, I don't know, is it going to help me? What's it going to do for me here? Like, I know anybody that does yogas, don't email me. I've never done it, so I don't know. But
Well, great. Do you remember when you probably used to do calisthenics in school?
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
But it's got, all the stretching and the different poses and twisting and everything. That's yoga.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know what it is, but I mean, I just...
in terms of, doing yoga, that'll help with flexibility. It'll help with, your balance, getting your core strong, I stopped doing the Apple Fitness because the side to side movement that a lot of them have you do with like the HIIT or the yoga, it just messed up my knees.
Oh yeah.
And as people people say, well, you run so much, that's why your knees are bad. And I was thinking, no, my knees were bad in my early 20s.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my knees were bad a long time ago before I started to run. So, yeah, the running, the only thing the running makes a difference is it helps with the weight a little bit, but not as much. So,
and my knees are not the best of shape either. Of course, I've been working on cement floors for 36 years. That doesn't help.
I'll do it.
Hey?
I say working that
so that'll do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, shifting gears ever so slightly. Actually shifting gears a lot. I'm going to tell you guys something, because now I'm sitting in my car here, and I was just reminded of something cool that happened earlier this morning. So I'm driving down here to Columbus, and I took like a secondary road route from Canton to Columbus, instead of taking the highway. So like I made the mileage less, but I also made it take like an hour longer than it probably should have. Because it was slower speeds or whatever. But I saw a bald eagle, right? And I was like, oh, cool, there's a bald eagle. And I'm like, I could see it, through the windshield or whatever. And then I like kind of caught up to it. And then it was flying like right over the top of my car. And I looked up through my sunroof, and there's like a bald eagle just like right over my car.
Wow.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
They're around here. Friends of mine have captured them with their big cameras and their big lenses and stuff. And I've only seen one myself, and that was probably about 3 or 4 years ago or so. It was, oddly enough, it was I think it was in the winter. I don't want to say it was late fall, early spring. I think it was actually in the winter months. And it was, I was driving by this, like this little bay, and there was a post in the water that I'm sure a deck or something, or a dock, used to be attached to. And it was like a wet snow, kind of windy type of day. And there was this bald eagle sitting on this post. And if I had a big camera with a long lens, I would have stopped to get a picture of this thing, because with all the wet, snow and everything else, the feathers on it were all separating, and it would have just been an epic photo. And that's the only time I've seen one live myself.
That's awesome. Wow, that's crazy to me. I can't believe you haven't seen more. I would think there'd be more of them up your way.
Oh, I think there's plenty around. Because I don't have the big lens and stuff like that, I just don't go looking for them, because I know I'm not going to get a good shot of one, so I just don't bother. It's like snowy owls. They're around here. They're around here too.
I was up in the Toledo area last Wednesday, basically like the western end of Lake Erie. And during the course of the day, I bet you I've seen at least 30 bald eagles.
Wow. Cool.
And yeah, I mean, probably this month so far, I've probably seen maybe 50.
Holy cats.
Wow.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good here in Ohio, I guess. I see them
Yeah.
fairly often. I see several, at least several every week, I'd say.
Do you have a good zoom for your Sony?
No, not really. I tried to make this old like Minolta 70 to 300 work. Like I bought an adapter, but
Right.
I can't really like manipulate the aperture. Like, well, the adapter forces the aperture on the lens to open to the widest aperture.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but it just does not. And I don't remember what the aperture is on it. It's like it's probably like f4 or something, and it's just not letting enough light in. Like it's just awful to shoot with. Yeah.
Yeah, because the adapter, does it have glass in it or no?
No, no.
Okay.
And then other than that, I have a 18 to 200, but which on the Sony, I mean that's the 35 millimeter equivalent of a 300 millimeter lens, but that's really not that much reach.
Yeah, you need at least like a 600 to get a good shot of an eagle, I think. 1 to 400 you might get away with it, but if it was me trying to shoot stuff like that, I would want a 600.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do more wildlife photography if I had the equipment, but I don't want to buy the equipment like just to do that, like just to go take pictures of birds and stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's a huge investment.
Yeah, and you'd almost want to make some money, selling the images or something, doing it just to make it.
Yeah, and there's like plenty of there's plenty of serious, bird and wildlife photographers out. I mean, they're all over Ohio. Like you can go to like any place in Ohio that even has the remote chance of having a bird at it, and there's probably like at least 10 photographers with their camo coated zoom lenses and cameras and stuff. And like I went to a place with Joseph, my son Joseph, I don't know, a few weeks ago. It was up along Lake Erie. This is back before things warmed up and the lake was frozen and everything. I just wanted to go up there and see the lake all frozen, and then there was a spot where I knew there was still some open water, so I thought there might be a lot of like cool like migrating ducks, like ducks that are not like a mallard, like just other ducks that you don't ordinarily see. So we went to this area, and there was like a couple cool birds there, but it wasn't that as great as I had imagined it was going to be. But there was like 3 photographers huddled around. Like it was literally like a pool of water, like about, I don't know, 10 by 20 feet, like the smallest little pool of water, had like 2 ducks in it. And there's 3 photographers with their huge zoom lenses just snapping away.
Yeah. Something I'm looking forward to trying, and this goes back to yesterday's show with Shane Mostyn out of Australia. There is, I am going to try some astrophotography with the 10s Max, or with the 12 Pro Max. He's done it. He's compared it with the Pixel 4a and the Samsung S21 Ultra. With varying degrees of results from each one, because they're different animals, I guess you could say, in the world of mobile. But if you want to see how he does it, go to his channel. It's Shane Mostyn Mobile Photography on YouTube. I got a link in yesterday's show notes, and I'm really excited to try it, because I tried it with my 10s Max one time and complete failure. Just wasn't going to do it. But I'm going to try it with the 12 Pro Max, and I know I will be able to, get some kind of result out of it, because He's done it. He's shown it on his YouTube channel, and I'm really excited to try that. Have you guys thought of trying that at all? I know, Dave, you don't have the 12 Pro or the Max or anything, but Matt, have you tried, or have you considered trying astrophotography with it?
Yeah, I just need to find the time to like get out somewhere on a clear night that's got, good dark skies or whatever. I've played with it just like around my house, which is kind of light pollution central, but
same here.
Even despite that, though, I've been kind of impressed with the results. Like I could see like some of the major constellations and stuff like pretty clear at my house, and they show up, pretty well. Just using the night mode on the phone. So I've been pretty impressed with what it could do, but I haven't like done any like pictures that like I feel like, oh yeah, I got to share this on like Instagram, but I want to do that. And there are places in Ohio where I can go where, you can see the Milky Way like really super good. So yeah, it's on my agenda.
So actually, Dave, you can do it with your 10 with what is it, Nightcap? Is that the
no, it's let me try to find it here. It is night mode. Night mode is the app I have.
Nightcap is the app that you guys talked about in your podcast, Greg. I already listened to that episode today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Nightcap.
I'll be honest with you, I don't understand. That's an app that I never understood how to use it. I have to like find some tutorials or something. Like I don't understand. I never understood what made that app so great. I feel like I've tried it and never got good results with it.
Yeah, I haven't really played around with it myself too much. I'll have to look on Shane's channel and see if he has. I'm pretty sure he's done a video where he showcases that app. And if he has,
he was all kinds of excited about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just the thought of getting the Milky Way with a phone nowadays is mind blowing to me. I'm pretty excited about it. And
I will do that for sure.
I could go to I could drive maybe 20 minutes out of town here. I think on the podcast yesterday I said half an hour, but I bet you I can go 15, 20 minutes outside of the town I live in, and get pretty much zero light pollution. So,
wow,
on a nice clear night, I'm going to give it a whirl.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
That is not tonight, at least not here.
Let's say, yeah, you're in pretty much cloudy up and precip coming down. We're in the same boat. We're just getting rain though.
Yeah, we have more cloud here than we do clear sky. I think it just seems to be that way in the last year. But there will be clear nights sometime.
All right, guys. Well, I think I need to.
Yeah,
I need to.
Yeah, you're reading my mind, Matt. I was just going to wrap it up.
I think good time. Good time, though.
Yeah. I'm going to start Cyloning in probably 8 minutes. So
there we go. Good time.
Microphone I have, yeah. So I mean, this was a good free for all chat about just about anything, and just something to fill in some time, and Lord knows I needed to just get on here and talk about nothing, and it was really helpful. And anyway, Matt, just tell everybody where they can find you online.
All right. Mostly you could just see what I'm doing on Instagram. I'm at M Hoffman Photo.
Alrighty, Dave, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram and Twitter as ProfPod. Mostly photography for the Instagram photography, and just a tidge of yelling for the for Twitter.
Alrighty. You can find me on Instagram at Macmillan Photo, and Twitter is Macmillan_photo. You can find me, all my online stuff, at about.me/Macmillan. And, we try to do this show every 2 weeks. And this was the scheduled broadcast. And like I say, I did the interview with Shane Mostyn yesterday, so tonight was just going to be a free-for-all. And you can find the podcast at iphonography.ca. It's available in the Apple Podcast app, iHeartRadio, Overcast, whatever podcatcher you use, you could probably find it. Just search for iPhonography, and you're bound to find it. This show originated from the Artful iPhonography community, and that is on MeWe. But the best way to get to that is artfulipc.club. And, we've got a pretty big, it's really growing. I think there's over 80 people on there now. And it's not overly active. So if you want some place to just nonchalantly drop in once in a while and see what's happening, that's the place to be. But, hey, thanks guys for, joining us. And Matt, thanks for coming on board while you're on the road. And it was a good talk.
Yeah, thanks for tolerating my driving around and ordering food.
That's no problem at all. I think next time we'll get you when you're on the scooter.
There we go.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again, and we will see you on the next one.
Have a great one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.